The terminal buzzed with life. Flight announcements, rolling suitcases, impatient sighs. Travelers clustered near Gate A17, ready to board Flight 106 to London. Among them stood a 14-year-old boy, head down, hoodie up, earbuds in. Malik Carter didn't look like someone flying first class. Worn sneakers, faded jeans, a patched-up backpack that had seen too many school lockers. He stood alone near the velvet rope separating economy from premium boarding, clutching a crumpled boarding pass in one hand and his grandfather's old pilot wings in the other. A small silver pin, dulled by time but still gleaming. He glanced at the screen above the gate. Now boarding, first class. Taking a deep breath, Malik stepped forward. A sharp voice stopped him mid-step. "Excuse me, young man," said a middle-aged woman in a beige blazer, holding a designer handbag that screamed money. She blocked the lane with her arm. "You're in the wrong line. This is first class." Malik blinked. "I know. I'm first class." A scoff came from behind. A businessman in loafers and AirPods smirked without looking up from his phone. "Sure, kid. And I'm the King of England." A few chuckles rippled nearby. Malik's ears burned. He could feel every eye turning toward him, sizing him up. Hoodie, skin, backpack. None of it screamed legacy. None of it said, "belongs here." The gate attendant looked up. "Boarding pass, please." Malik handed it over without a word. She scanned it. Beep. Her eyes flickered. Then, without hesitation, she stepped aside. "Welcome aboard, Mr. Carter." The woman blinked, clearly caught off guard. The businessman stopped, smirking. Malik didn't say anything. He just walked through the gate and down the jet bridge, heart pounding. He could still hear the whispers behind him. Did she say Mr. Carter? Maybe it's a mistake. Probably some kind of scholarship program. He found his seat. 1A. First row, window. A seat that used to belong to his grandfather when he flew for Carter Air. Malik settled in, clutching the old pin tighter. Outside the window, the wing of the plane gleamed under the late afternoon sun. What they didn't know, not yet, was that this seat had his family's name written all over it. The leather seat felt too big, too soft, like it was testing him, daring him to sink in and relax. Malik sat stiffly, his backpack tucked beneath his legs, the old pilot pin now resting on his thigh. The rest of first class slowly filled in. A woman in pearls claimed the seat beside him, with a smile that never reached her eyes. 2 rows behind, the businessman from the gate took his seat, muttering something to the man next to him. Malik kept his gaze on the seatbelt buckle, trying not to listen. Flying alone? Dressed like that? Parents probably pulled strings? Or he won some contest. You know they do that now. Publicity stunt. The words weren't meant for him, not directly, but they landed like punches just the same. A flight attendant stopped at his row, young, cheerful, with a practiced smile. "Would you like a drink before takeoff, sir?" Malik nodded. "Just water, please." She hesitated. Just for a second. A flicker of confusion passed over her face, like she was double-checking if he was meant to be here. Then the smile returned. "Coming right up." The woman next to him chuckled. "I thought he was one of those interns they let on early," she whispered. "Not quite. Low enough." Malik didn't flinch. He had heard worse. He'd seen how people looked at him when he walked into stores alone, when his mom picked him up in their old Honda next to rows of Teslas. But this was different. This was his seat, his flight. And whether they liked it or not, he was staying right here. As the captain's voice crackled over the speaker, Malik shifted in his seat. "Ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard. Flight 106. We're just about ready for takeoff. Please fasten your seatbelts and enjoy your flight to London." Malik buckled in, letting the hum of the engines wash over him. Then came the bump. Someone accidentally brushing his shoulder while stowing a bag. Another glare. Another not-so-subtle side-eye. Every moment felt like a test. But Malik didn't waver. He reached into his pocket and turned the pin over in his hand, reading the words on the back. Captain Elijah Carter. Keep flying. His grandfather had built something from nothing, founded Carter Air, became one of the first black commercial pilots in the country. People had doubted him too, called him names, laughed when he said he wanted to fly. And now, his grandson sat in seat 1A. The irony? No one here had a clue they were flying on Carter Air's plane. Not yet. 20 minutes into the flight, the cabin lights dimmed. Trays came down. Drinks were served. The air settled, but the tension around Malik hadn't. The woman beside him hadn't said a word since takeoff, but she didn't need to. Her body language, turned slightly away, clutching her purse tighter, said it all. Across the aisle, the businessman tapped on his laptop, occasionally stealing glances at Malik, like trying to figure out a puzzle that didn't quite fit. Then the intercom crackled again. "Good evening, folks," the captain's voice boomed, cheerful and clear. "This is your captain speaking. I'd like to take a brief moment before we reach cruising altitude to recognize someone very special on board today." Malik's eyebrows rose. He sat up straighter. The woman next to him glanced up. "In seat 1A," the captain continued, "we're honored to have Malik Carter, grandson of the late Captain Elijah Carter, founder of Carter Aviation, and one of the most influential pioneers in modern American flight." The cabin went still. "You may not know this," the captain went on, "but many of us in this industry owe our careers to Captain Carter's breakthroughs in commercial pilot training and his tireless work to diversify aviation. It's because of men like him that Carter Air exists today, and it's an honor to fly with his legacy aboard." There was a pause, then a soft ripple of murmurs. The woman next to Malik turned to him slowly, her lips parting as if to speak, but no words came. Behind them, the businessman lowered his laptop, stared, blinked. A few rows back, someone actually clapped. The flight attendant returned, not with water this time, but with a note neatly folded. Malik opened it. "Your grandfather taught me to fly. Captain James." For a long moment, Malik didn't say anything. He just looked out the window, where the clouds now drifted like soft rivers below. The sky stretched endless in every direction. The same sky his grandfather once flew through. The same sky people once said he'd never belong in. He turned the silver pin over in his fingers again. Captain Elijah Carter. Keep flying. This time he smiled. The whispers were gone now. No more stares, no more side comments. Only silence. Thick, thoughtful, and changed. And for the first time all day, Malik finally relaxed in his seat. Not because the judgment stopped, but because it no longer mattered. He didn't need their approval. He had something better. Legacy. If you think this was powerful, wait till you hear what happened when a waitress recognized a billionaire from a missing persons poster. Click the video right here. This one's unforgettable.